Hello there. Oh, hello there. You seem to be a little bit frozen for a second. Today I want to talk a little bit about success. And what I want to ask everybody is, what does success mean to you? So I don't mean it on the basis of what it means, I mean actually mean, because success means different things to different people. I know for me, many years ago, and I've been in business for 31 years now, but certainly for 27 of them, I always say I was an unconscious competent. And why do I say that? It's because success at that time meant money. That's what it meant to me. And for 27 years, I was driven by success, as I thought, which was money. But what I didn't know was that that was creating lots of other situations or problems or challenges, in fact. Because what you got to remember is that when you focus on the money, there's always a sort of like a pitfall at the end of it. And this is what happens lots of people. They think that they need to earn 500,000 or they need to earn 1 million or they need to earn 100,000 to find that when they get to that, they have not achieved what they thought they were going to achieve. Okay, so what you find is that if you want to earn 1 million and find that you earn the million, you then find that you have a whole lot of other challenges that have come as part of that. So why am I asking you about what does success mean? Well, I suppose it's probably because if you've never asked yourself that, you probably need to. If you have asked yourself that, have you given yourself the right answer? And of course, when you delve deep into it, are you getting what you want out of it? So when I talk about my success, and I have a successful business, I've always had a successful business, but I didn't have the health. I didn't have the happiness. Why? Because I was chasing the money. I was chasing wealth. I believed it was something that when I got there, it wasn't. Yes, of course, we all need to earn money and we need to create some form of income and revenue to allow us to lead a lifestyle, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to make you happy or healthy. And for me, it was 18 hours a day. So working 18 hours a day was certainly not healthy. Not eating correctly certainly wasn't healthy. And not being happy as a result of that. So I had the money to buy things and I could buy anything I wanted, but I wasn't happy with that. It wasn't giving me a sense of satisfaction to put me in a happy place. So that's why, again, I say, what does success mean to you? But I know that when I changed all that, so about 4 years ago, I changed everything, the way I deal with my day to day occurrences, the amount of work that I do, the amount of hours that I put in. The burnout no longer exists. The anxiety, the stress no longer exists. And why? Because I created a different train of thought. I started to do things differently. I started to run my business differently. I started to become happier. I started to become happier in myself. And when I became happier in myself, it resulted in the people around me becoming happier. So what did I do to create that? Well, the first thing that I did was I created a routine. I changed my habits. I adapted the habits that would allow me create success in all aspects of my life, be it rich or be it my daily habits around my family, my home, and I started to find that I could get up earlier. As a result of that, I wasn't as stressed out. I wasn't had as much fear. I had an almost perfect train of thought because I was aware of what was going on. So for many years, lots of things would pass me by. Why? Because I was stuck in my habitual state. I wasn't aware that things were passing me by, that opportunities were there for the taking, but I didn't take them. So I started to find I got up earlier in the morning. And as a result of getting up earlier in the morning, I got more done because I was aware of what I could do. I found that I had a morning routine. I would do journaling. I would do some gratitude. I'd be thankful for who I am, be thankful for what I have, be thankful for my family, be thankful for my home, be needed to learn. I needed to adapt. I started to study the mind like almost like a scientist, to learn how the mind works and how this affected me, and how my conscious mind and my subconscious mind were adapting some beliefs and behaviors to allow me to get burnt out and work 18 hours a day, when I then realized I didn't have to do that. So again, when I look at back then, I was chasing what I thought I needed. I had the fear, doubt, of worry of losing it all the time, fearing that I was going to lose it all very quickly. Always problems and issues, fighting fires all day long with challenges, but I thought that's the way it was. But it doesn't have to be that way. When you change the way you think and you change your thought process, you start to adapt a different way of thinking, which allows you then to become more aware of what it is you want and not what you need. So when I wanted something, it was because I created the need for it. Whereas now, when I want something, it's because I really want it. But it's a high end goal, it's not a lower goal. Because what I used to do was I would set a goal that I was comfortable with. I would always find that it wasn't too big of a goal, it was manageable. But now I set goals that get me excited, because that's what the important aspect is having something that gets you excited. It gets you out of bed in the morning, it gets you up earlier in the morning. And of course, by learning and studying and journaling and reading, it allows you to become an expert in that field. And as a result, then you can then be fulfilled in your own life and not have regrets. Because I've come across it before, where you may ask somebody older, an older generation, at a particular age, maybe their late 60s or early 70s, and you say, is there anything you regret? And they say, oh, I regret not making a decision earlier in my life. And that could be where they wanted to work for themselves, or maybe they could have changed their career to do something else to allow them to be successful, to allow them to create the success that they really, really wanted. But they didn't do that. And why did they not do it? Because they were comfortable doing what they were doing. So we're all capable of doing lots more. We just don't believe it. Our unlimiting beliefs get caught up in it. But I'm here to say that you can do it. If you really want to do something, go after it. Don't be afraid. Of course, the fear, doubt, and worry will always be there. But, get somebody, find somebody that can help you achieve that, and you will start to see the results. But decide that you're not going to procrastinate. Decide that you're going to persist with it. And coincidentally, there is a sign behind me which says persistence, because that's what I do. That's what I make sure that I don't give up on. I persist until I follow through, because there are going to be bad days, there are going to be good days, but if you persist, the good days will far outweigh the bad days. I would love to know your opinion on this. I would love for you to pass comment or judgment below, and let me know what you think success is. What success means to you, how you've adapted it, or maybe you're only on the early stages of adapting it. But certainly, if you could let me know what you think about success.